really close game, really hard for the Hawks. Always put up a good challenge down here. You know, how proud are you of the team to get through that game and get the win?
Yeah, extremely proud. I mean, as you mentioned, this is a hard ground to win at. Hawthorn play this ground very well. We've been down here a number of times and haven't got it done. For a while there, we found ourselves in a bit of trouble, but you know, to put on, I guess to get it done in the end, the last 7 minutes of the game, where I'd say most maybe thought it was over, we were able to fight back. So really proud of the training the guys had done all pre-season of exactly those scenarios. You know, almost mirrored the end of that game, and to finish it off. There's a little bit of luck involved in that, but there's a lot of preparation that goes into that.
I guess the last 3 wins, scored heavily in all 3 of those games, and probably asked to win a different way, to get down the mud and win a different way, which tests the boys' resolve, and happy with the resolve they showed, like you say, in there to pass that test. Yeah.
The game was an interesting one because it was a scrap. Yeah, it was really contested. There was a lot of fighting and a lot of tackling, fumbles, ball spilling out back and forth either way. So a fair bit of luck involved in some of that. We weren't overly pleased with that throughout the first half. It wasn't until, I guess, the pressure really came on, the scoreboard went away from us, that we were able to find our game a little. But really pleased to get the result. I mean, 4 points down here in Tassie is a fantastic result for our group, and it's 4 in a row. So it just continues to build on the momentum we've got at this point.
It was a really even contest in the middle, not much to separate either groups. What sort of points of advantage were you trying to get throughout the match?
Well, we knew stoppage was really important. I thought we had our opportunity with first hands, but they bring pressure. We came into the game and knew that they were a fantastic first half footy team, and they haven't quite been able to see the games out. They gave us a little more again today than what we'd seen in previous games. So they're continuing to get better. But we had our opportunities in around stoppage. They were probably pretty strong behind the ball early. I mean, intercept marks were hurting us. We weren't able to get that done, so we changed a few things. And in the end, the game was just a scrap. And I thought, when it was time to get it done, I was really pleased with how we went about it.
Physically they tested you, but mentally it was just as big a test this week, given big game against Carlton home, sold out crowd, big moment, coming to Launceston, the game's tough one. Maybe that's tough to win at against a team that's maybe not quite as great as Carlton. Was that a mental test for you?
It was a huge mental test this week. Not so much because of our opposition. This is, as I mentioned earlier, Hawthorn in Tassie are a very, very strong side. The record speaks for itself. So the test was a 10-day break. We came off a 5-day break last week. A 10-day break is as big a challenge, if not bigger. Exactly how much time do you take off? Balancing that sort of mental break with the physical break. Did we get that right this week? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we could look at that going forward. But ultimately, when you come away, we jump on the plane to head home, we take 4 points with us. Well, we got enough right to get the job done.
And a word on Darcy Fogarty, obviously that kick was just something else to pull out with that 90 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Just take me through the mindset, I suppose, of a kid who actually dropped punt from that sort of angle and that sort of pressure.
Yeah, we thought he should have snapped it. I'm not sure that there was enough room for a ball to fit between the posts, but there's not many that you'd like it in their hands more than Darcy Fogarty. Tex will get really upset with me saying that. But at the moment, he'd probably agree with me. I think Darcy's, he's an outstanding set shot for goal. He's a beautiful kick of the ball. But I'd be lying if I said that I thought that would go through as a drop punt. But we were ready for whatever came off the back of that. And that's the most pleasing part about where our side's at the moment. They're leading themselves on field. In those scenarios which they've trained over and over and over, they got it right. They got that part of the game right today. A lot of parts that we didn't get right throughout the 113 minutes of the rest of the game, we'll have to work on. We've still got so much more improvement that we're going to have to find if we want to get where we want to get. But Darcy's ability to finish was pretty special.
I guess it's all well and good to be a great set shot. We had to perform that under that type of pressure where
Yeah, it is, and it's probably an indication of where he's at and the work he's done on that space. You know, we talk about the physical side of the game, we talk about the mental side of the game, and Darcy's done some really strong work in that mental space. And so no doubt he went to his routine and went back, and he's actually, I mean, so he should be. He's a very confident shot for goal from anywhere. So yeah, get it in his hands. We were probably lucky it was in his hands.
And you know, I feel like when the chips were down, your veterans really stood up today. Sloan had 30 touches and Hawthorn kicked some really important goals when the momentum was running against you.
Yeah.
How important in a young group like you guys have is to have players like that who can stand up when you're really need?
Yeah, it's a balance at the moment that we've got. You know, at times our young players are really leading by example and playing, you know, strong footy. And then I would say the last couple of weeks, I feel like, you know, you mentioned Sloaney. Yeah, he's been huge towards the end of games. He was that again today. I thought he was really strong in that last quarter. There were a couple of contests where he drove through and inspired his young group. And he's not the only one. You know, Texas, when the time's right to step up, he was doing it. Darcy's actually becoming one of our older guys. You know, Jordan today led from the front. So Laird is another one who, you know, went off. We thought we may have lost him at that point, but he was able to get himself back out on the ground. I think he finished on a wing, Lairdy, which is something new for him. He hasn't been there before, but pleasing that our old guys, and it's a balance across the board. As I said, it's not just old guys. It's a bit of a mix.
That's Rory's type of game, though, isn't it? That's his bread and butter, absolutely. You know, he's sort of game for Rory. That's the one that he can dominate with his hard-nosed approach and drag his team over a lot.
Sloaney? Yeah. I mean, he's been really strong in games, especially towards the end of the game where it's time to step up. And he loves that. He likes to come in that midfield, you know, later in the game. He's playing a number of different roles for us, which is really important. You know, we've got to remember what he's come off the last 12 months. He's watched too much footy, but he's become a more rounded footballer. Yeah, he's heading the whole lead by example, but he's actually added another string to his bow this year. So really proud of what he was able to put out there. He's okay. He's a little sore at the moment, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that, see how that pulls up. Thanks, guys. Cheers.